shit going crazy. Weezy produced it and Weezy have made me, and she held it down, so she got a Mercedes. Young Money Records, the Army, the Navy, and Grammy 10,000. I threw it like Brady. Foreign is yellow like Tracy and Katie. I trusted my niggas, they never betray me. Met all these niggas, they sweeter than Sadie. When I started out, I just took what they gave me. Did all the favors, they never repay me. It worked in my favor, cause nobody said me.
Alright, this is... That's better. Alright, I just wanted to have a check. Yeah, you guys can hear me already on the Zoom. And I think on YouTube already as well, because I see this sound thingy going. For people on YouTube, if you can hear me, then just drop a 1 in the chat box, please. And for people from the Zoom as well. Let me just have a check. Let's see. There should be sound. Alex or Dean, if you can hear me on Zoom, at least can you drop a 1 in the chat box, please? So I know we're good to go. Alright, perfect, thank you very much. And the people on YouTube should also be able to hear me normally. Just waiting on that 1 from them as well in the chat box. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to cover the screen. Going to share the screen, sorry. Of course, there we go. Okay, so we're completely good to go, I think. And if not, then hey, it is what it is. So before we get started, there's this fun disclaimer, of course. Where were we? This fun disclaimer, of course. Trading involves risks, past profits not guarantee future results. We're not financial advisors. This is purely informative, not financial advice in any case. We don't want to entice you into taking a trade or into trading or anything else. We're just going over something that we personally are looking at, or at least I'm personally looking at, and you can do whatever you want with that. With that being said, we can continue for the people that were on yesterday's call, or for the private students that were on Monday's call and yesterday's call as well, or watched the recordings. Sorry for the late recording, by the way. I forgot to upload it on YouTube, but it's there right now for the private students. So we took an entry on AJ. I said that this was one that completely, yeah, I was looking at it, like, this immediately stood out to me, this 2-hour order block, which was the same as a 1-hour order block, which was at a nice round number. Let's see if we went to 8,505. Yeah, our highest point was 059, so I could have said it at 05 as well, but I really did not want to miss that move just based on a pip or something. So this one is running for me personally on my main account as well, and I already took at 07 for it was really close. Oh yeah, it went to 05 at 07. Yeah, I did close out on one of my challenge accounts, because yeah, I'm doing an extra challenge, because some of you might know that total capital I do want to trade with. So I'm doing an extra challenge. I closed that one out, and now I'm waiting for phase 2. But that's not what we're here for. We wanted to see the reaction. It hit our entry, could have gone break even after like a few hours. The reasoning why I was break even, and I shared that I was break even in Warren, because we had this 4-hour bullish candle, and we had a sort of potential order block, but we had this imbalance that could get filled, and it could have gone higher as well. So because we want to protect our money and our account, of course, for me, I said like let's go break even and we'll see where it goes. We did have a very nice reaction already, and right now I love this 2-hour candle. And maybe let's see how the 1 hour looks like. Okay, the 1 hour looks like this. 45 looks a bit the same. 30-minute, that's already mitigated. My only concern is that this 15 minutes sticks out to me as well. But based on today's price action and what happened, and based on the 1 hour time frame, this was the aggressive move, and this looks very corrective. So we could see a potential zone, a potential continuation. Sorry for that, from this 1 hour zone. So that's a possibility. If we're going to go higher, then I still see that this 15-minute extreme would also be a possibility. So for me, preferably, I would want to see that 1 hour. I would want to see something like this happening, and then another drop, and then maybe something else, and then another drop, and then we'll see where it wants to go overall. But this looks decent to me. So that's AJ. Nothing to say about that anymore. Euro-yen from last week's pre-New York is running as well. It's at this moment it's running at about a 1 to 9.65. For me personally, TP1 and TP2 are already hit, and I liked this 2 hour candle as well for us to come back to, but we never gotten back that high. Looking at what's happening right now, we could see the same potential on Euro-yen as on AED JPY. 3 hour, 4 hour, 4 hour imbalance is around 132, 185. The 1 hour is at 132, 300, that zone. This is as good as mitigated. Let's check the smaller time frames as well. This is good. We do have this 30-minute, but wouldn't consider that too much anymore, to be honest, because the 15-minute is filled. This filled this imbalance, and then we're coming back to this zone around 132, 300, something like that. I'm just going to check how it would look like. Let's see. Let's say 25, 16 pips for about 65. That's about a 1 to 4 already. Yeah, so I'm just keeping them on my days. Our trades are already running and active. There you are, Jambo. So, yeah, there's a small delay on the YouTube version, so remember that yeah, I might respond a little bit later than the time that you've said something in the chat. And then we have Australian dollar Canadian, also a trade that was shared, if I'm not mistaken, on the live session 3 weeks ago, which is also still running. TP1, TP2 got hit. So yeah, that's basically what the trades that are still running. And now we can look what opportunities we could get. AED-CHF tapped into this zone, but at this point I do like NZD-CHF more, to be honest. Oh, I'm going to show you guys something. This is really a pain in my ass. So before I get started, wait, no, this wasn't it. I was looking to take an X20, but I'm not going to do that. But I had this yesterday. I've put a limit order at the 3 hour candle, 0467. Still remember it, 0467. But it was in line with the 2 hour, and we did have a little bit of a 1 hour imbalance fill, but I liked the 2 hour and 3 hour. So I've put a limit in, and this did not trigger me. So it's really crazy. I think it was because of, to be honest, I have no idea why it didn't trigger me. I checked, I even screenshotted it, I've sent it to my broker, and they said, yeah, there was the bid and the ask price were not the same, but this is like a lot of pips. You see, this was 8 pips in drawdown, and still I did not get it. The reasoning behind this is, I can take this one. This is how crazy the markets work for the people that say like, hey, what's this? We did have yesterday the NZD trade balance just after closure. So what does that mean? That means that because of closure the spreads are already higher, and because of this high impact news the spreads are even more higher. And I looked in the morning to my phone and I was like, for real? So this didn't happen. So unfortunately it is what it is. I was looking at this 4-hour zone, this 4-hour order block, to be honest, but right now I'm just staying away from AUD density because we also filled the 4-hour imbalance. I do expect a little bit more of higher prices, but that will be against my trade plan, because I mean AUD JPY sells, so I could definitely play AUD NZD buys, doesn't matter. But the thing is, because I like the 4-hour, but I don't like the 3-hour and I did like the 2-hour. Wait, I'm just going to check. There was a reason why I didn't take it. 1 hour was 45. Actually, it still looks pretty good. Oh yeah. The reason why I'm personally not taking this is because I'm on my main account. I'm done trading for the week. Can't say anything more about that. I'm just not going to trade too much anymore. I'm not going to trade anything on it anymore. I'm still going to trade on my aggressive accounts. What's your view on Euro USD? How important are fundamentals for you? Tanya, my view on Euro USD, USD pairs. I'll put this on the watch list so I don't forget about you. How important are fundamentals? Well, as you guys all know, I'm not a fundamental person. I do have colleagues who are fundamental experts, so I ask them about the things. But for me personally, I mainly look at the charts and price action. But fundamentals are important for the overall view. Let's say, for example, that the Australian dollar has some very, very positive numbers and everything, then I know that if I'm in a sell on the Australian dollar, it will be probably a pullback sell unless fundamentally something changes. Fundamentals are important to see the bigger picture of a country and of an economy. It's if you can combine fundamentals with your technicals and they align, that's very interesting. I would say ka-ching, but I don't know if I can say ka-ching on a YouTube live show. That's very interesting. And yeah, GU gang, that's Jambo. But I had a limit set on GU, but it left without me. I'll show you just in a bit. So yeah, let's go on. AUD USD for the people that were on yesterday's session as well. Oh yeah, I'll go over that. So Alex is asking me if I can run through the confirmations for the AUD NZD setup that didn't get mine. So let's first do that, so it's understandable. So I think we were somewhere over here, first of all. And I said this still actually looks like liquidity to me, unless we're going to really give me bullish price action, then it's okay, so I can catch the momentum to the upside, and that's like, then I would trade it. That's what I said. So, but based on what I was seeing right now, that nothing changed my mind. Then afterwards, I just was patient and said, it's showing me kind of bullishness, but it isn't there yet. Oh, this is already too far away, sorry. Then, it was a 3-hour time frame, yeah. I remember when price did this, I was tempted to buy from this zone. I think it's a 2-hour as well. Nah, it was a 3-hour. I'm just going to go, if I can spot the smaller time frames again as well. Yeah, I was tempted to buy from this one, but because there was nothing on the smaller time frame, I did not do that. So I said, like, let me just wait and see what's going to happen. Price tapped into the area and gave me that bullish reaction. I was like, what happened? We had an internal break of structure. So this 3 hour candle got mitigated. This was the last movement up, and the next 3 hour candle broke structure above these highs. So I said to myself, let's see what's in this zone. There's a 3 hour candle. 3 hour candle was at around 1.0467. 2 hour was the same. And then when the 4 hour closed, I don't know if this one already closed. Yeah, right now it closed. It wasn't the cleanest, but it was in the same zone approximately. So I said to myself, like, the 1 hour still has an extreme at 0459, about 8 pips under my entry area. So I said, like, okay, 59, still good. So let me just mark up 59. And I said, like, this could be the entry, or the 3 hour could be the entry. This is quite deep in my 3 hour channel, and I just marked it up for a long position because I was only going to take 1 TP on it. 6-7. Took my stop just below the lows, 19 pips if I'm not mistaken. 19. There we go. And I said, okay, if I can take this back up to 07, I think, because it was over 1 to 5, 1.0570, it's about a 1 to 5. So because this mitigated from a 3 hour, and it mitigated from, and this gave me the reaction, I said, like, okay, let me just see. Price was stalling, and then it tapped into the area, and it didn't let me in. That's really completely ridiculous. And to be honest, this was at, between 10 and 11. You see, this is 10:45. What do we see? Oh, that's 11:45. So this is actually, now it's getting even more crazy, and I'm going to ask for the screenshot of the ask in the bid price. This is market closure, around market closure, so spreads are really high. And eventually price did not let me in. I didn't even check it. It tapped into 0459 perfectly. But if I would have put it over there, I still would not have been in the trade. And this is what I was looking at. So the trade would have definitely been at break even already if I would have gotten in. But as I said, I didn't. So these were the confirmations that I was looking at to get an entry. Damn, that was a clean one at 5.9. So yeah, that was it. So let's go over 80 USD for the people that were on the session as well. I said we could see a reaction from the 2 hour. We did get a reaction from the 2 hour perfectly to the downside. Right now, let's see if there's a clean entry on it. Just going to mark up. I know Kamalesh was looking at this. I haven't checked the charts too much this morning. 7520, it's a nice round number as well. About a 2 hour, 15 minute, 10 minute. 10 minute extreme at 7523. We have a 45 minute imbalance at 7524. The hourly, it's approximately over there at 2 hour. 3 hour. 3 hour we have this imbalance. I'm just going to go over some things. 4 hour did close beneath. Not the cleanest one, to be honest. But because I'm already in AJ cells, I'm not going to take anything else. Maybe from the aggressive account. Let me just have a look Okay, so now I can, let's go and put a position aside. This is just for me purely hypothetical to see whether the risk reward is decent enough or not. 520. I'd probably give it 16.5 to this, so that's about a 1 to 4. 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 10. Let me just look at the daily. Okay, daily. Yeah. Do have to keep in mind that this candle over here, it's about a 1 to 7 already. So I don't know if Kamalesh was looking at the exact same entry or not. So let me just have a check in the chat. So yeah, 7520 as well. Yeah, so for me this is a more of a safe stop that could play out. I prefer it to just wait a little bit more, to stall a little bit more. I like it. Yeah. 74, I'd say 0.74. And this is a potential. This is definitely something that could play out. Or it could just go higher, as always. So we have to make sure that we're using proper risk management. 75365. I'm just looking at the potentials of it could be like a 1 to 4. This would be like a 1 to 5 already. 7337, 7437, sorry. 7418. That's about 1 to 6, and we have this low wick for about a 1 to 9. Sorry, 1 to 7, maybe a 1 to 9. Say 7365. And then if we're going to break lower, then yeah, who knows where this could go. But that will be just a wait and see, of course. So we could definitely, yeah. We have to wait and see for it what is going to happen. But at least most of my positions will be taking off after TP2, and then we can see where this could potentially end up to. So that's always the question, like, hey, what would be the final TP? We never know that. You just have to make sure to secure some of your partials before letting it just go to your final TP. Let me see if there are some questions. I will show you the setup on GU that I was looking at. Don't worry about it. I'll cover my analysis on it as well. Let me just have a second, because on my other account I am going to place BUSD myself as well. And again, we don't want to entice anyone into taking a trade, just looking at certain stuff. 75365, 7420, something like that. There we go. And let me get another one in. Oh, before I do something, give me just a second. You always have to make sure that the risk is calculated correctly, of course. 6.5. There we go. Yeah, so we'll see what will happen with this one. Preferably it would have broken this structure first, but we'll see where it goes. So yeah, that's 80 USD. Oh, give me just. Alright, great. Just need to check something before I went on. So this is now flagged as for me an order that is set. I'm going to add my alert so I know when the trade gets triggered. Then I'm going to sell it. And if we break structure, then I get another alert so I can delete my limit because it wouldn't be valid anymore. Let's first see if we do have some news today. Okay, yeah. So we saw that. Now let's go over the remaining stuff. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. So didn't reach my entry area. Not interested in the trade for now. Really not. Just I'm completely not interested in this trade or in CAD CHF for a moment. CAD yen also did not reach my entry area, leaving fairly equal highs as well. So not considering anything on it at this point. I do prefer shorts, of course. Some strength on the yen would be appreciated. But this is what it is, so we can cover that. Euro AUD, I have a line set. It's a 2 hour. Oh, so this was from a long time ago. So I know when it comes to the entry area, when it approaches the area. For now, for the remaining part, Euro AUD is not looking nice to me. Or Euro Canadian, really. So let me take another one. This could. Oh no. I was looking to see if there's a nice candle on it. For now, I'm just going to mark something up to see whether the smaller time frames it's. There's something else. I'm not liking it too much, to be honest. Could see a potential reaction from the zone, and if we can get a reaction and a smaller time frame break of structure, this is one that I'm going to take higher, at least to come back to 1.4480, like I've been trying to catch for a while right now. But she's breaking me even every single time, so it is what it is. So yeah, it's just the 4 hours. This is not a nice candle, so that's the only thing I don't like. I prefer to have the quality setups. Euro pound came close to my daily point of interest. This really looked. If this is going to break higher, then I will go and start looking for some buying opportunities, because this is what stands out immediately to me at this moment. Took it out, went the other way, came close to a daily point of interest. Probably, yeah, sure that it filled 50% of the imbalance, and from the new imbalance that it created as well. Actually, did it fill? It filled this imbalance wick, so yeah, there could be some potential to the upside, but we'll have to wait and see. And we'll have to spot a decent entry. I prefer to wait it off for me to give me an extra confirmation for a potential long scenario than to try to take it too soon. But it's looking like if we can break and we don't react from this 4 hour order block, then I'll start looking for a buy opportunity. So I'm going to put it on my watch list to keep an eye on, maybe for tomorrow. Euro yen, we covered that one. I'm liking this 1 hour as well, but I don't want to be in too many things. I don't want to look at too many things. But if this matches your own criteria, then hey, could be. I just say that I like it, not that I'm going to place that I'm going to do anything with it at this moment. Euro NZD, yeah, going to stay away from that. It's easy for me because I don't. If we mitigate from this 4 hour and we won't break above, then I'll start looking for a buy opportunity. If not, I'll just stay away. GA, they say, oh, GA from People for Lost from yesterday's call. I said I'm not taking this because I didn't feel like it. I didn't want it either. I just didn't want to trade the pair. If people would have took it, then it didn't give a clean reaction. About 20 pips with a stop of 34, which is way too big. So yeah, this will not be. This was nothing that I wanted to trade, and I'm glad that I didn't trade it, just based on how. Yeah, the 2 hour was forming. The 2 hour looked good. It closed good, but the next candle just came too aggressive to the downside for me. And the 4 hour, I did not like this wick on a 4 hour because this would be a potential bearish zone as well, as you can see. So that's also why I didn't like it. I said I'm going to leave the markup there to see if it would have played out, but for me this was not a trade that I took myself. GJ, who did not come to the reaction area either, but this is looking more bearish than Euroyen at this point. Ah, that's too bad. That's too bad. Maybe that's really too bad. I'm just looking at it. Yeah, that's a shame. Even though the 15-minute, I loved this 1 hour zone, but I do not love this higher zone. So that's why a lot of yen pairs are doing the exact same thing. So for me, that's why I'll shy away from GJ. Unfortunately, it's too bad. This is not confirming my personal confirmation list, so I will stay away from GJ. Yeah, too bad. I can delete this. This was the market that I had on GU. Jambo, especially for you, I did trade to you. I said like, okay, this was a 1 hour and a 45-minute order block. And then yesterday evening, we were somewhere over here. So it's like, I'm going to mark it up completely because I want to know in the morning if I'm going to take it or not. In the morning, we were still somewhere over here. When I wake up, it's like 5:30, so around 6, I'm looking at the charts on my on the iPad in the beginning. On the iPad. And I said like, yeah, I'm taking this, putting a limit on. I still have my alert set, but unfortunately, she's hurting my feelings as well. So with looking at GU, I can already expect what Euro USD has done, but I don't think, based on what Euro GBP has done, I'm not sure whether the movement on Euro USD will be as aggressive. And right now, we didn't even mitigate the 4 hour. We do have a zone of 37, 68, 70, something like that, 65. This is a potential zone. The reason why I have my markup still over there is that, is because I'm going to have to update it in my trade log. Sorry, I was looking for my words. Jambo saying, bro, the 4 hour we was still bullish and all week we were playing inside that range, so I was confused. Yeah, that's why I personally like to stay away from the charts until they really show me something. And this was the thing that said to me like, okay, why did this week happen? And it happened from a 1 hour and a 45-minute order block. So I just clicked on the 45-minute immediately. And this candle really stood out to me because it was at 38,200 as well. But she just said like, bye bye. And this happens. This is the hard part in trading when you're saying like, hey, let's see. Yeah, the analysis was good. Yeah, I'm taking it there. She says like, yeah, I'm leaving without you. Or a harder part in trading is even when you make an analysis, when you set your limit and you delete your limit and eventually it plays out. That's, for me personally, the thing that hurts my feelings the most. But it is what it is. So right now, where are we on a daily actually on NU? On GU. Whew. Ugly, yeah, ugly. Really ugly. Yeah, I like the 4 hour zone, so. But I'm not going to trade this. Either I do prefer 80 USD for the shorts. So we'll see. And then NU probably did something similar. Ooh. So this could be nice. So NZD USD already made the movement to the downside. So NZD USD could be the leader, while AUD USD could be the lagger. So if AUD USD is the lagger, then we need to break this structure as well, just like NZD USD did. You see, we broke these lows, and now we're approaching a potential 4-hour order block. It looks a bit the same on the 1 hour, this zone, but I do prefer AUD USD myself, to be honest, right now, because this already mitigated, this already made that drop. UCAD, I had another limit set on UCAD as well, but yeah, see ya, bye bye. So the 3-hour, yeah, was already mitigated. It was only a 4-hour point of interest, and I had a 2-hour extreme at 23.56. So that's why I said, like, if it comes to the 2-hour, then it's going to come very close to my stop loss, but I was willing to take that one. And this 1 hour, this is not what I like. So a lot of people ask me, like, hey, what do you like to see? I don't like to see this. So I have these wicks to the upside and then that movement. For me, preferably, we just have like this candle and then the movement. Not again an extra wick to the upside. But then again, yeah, we never even got into my entry area, even though we still had a little bit of imbalance lower, and we had the same imbalance of 23.63. So right now I'm kind of liking the 4-hour, but I just don't like small candles. I don't like these really small candles to play on. I don't like them. Oh, I got 11 kids to feed, so I watch. Man's got 11 kids to feed, so I had to watch TU and trade. If you have 11 kids to feed, that's crazy. It happened to me yesterday. New York session, I limit risking 0.25% and drop for over like 100 pips. Yeah, so that hurts the most. If you delete the limit, that plays out eventually. So you have to set for yourself a certain type of rule. So for me personally, when I'm interested, like on AJ, okay. So on AJ, yeah, now it says TP1, but I had an alert set when it reached, if it will reach 84.60 probably or 65. Let me just check. Because it's in my trade log, so I know I can see it exactly. So imbalance limit will be invalid if we hit 84.57. So around this zone, 84.57, 84.60, I write down in my trade log when the trade will be invalid, and then I delete it. If it gives me another break of structure first, then I'll delete it as well, because then we could have an internal switch of structure, and then if we would come back to this higher zone, then yeah, for me that could be yeah, potential, like that it could go higher again. And then let's just, yeah, UJ is just, this doesn't look clean, but it did the same. If you look at the yen pairs, they all did approximately the same thing. So pick one, 1 hour, nice drop. Yeah, so they're all doing it pretty much the same. I'm already in AJ shorts, so I'm not going to go short on another yen pair, but they are all lining up. Why don't you like that wicks? What's the reason behind? I can't say a real reason behind it. I just don't like it based on what I see. For me, the aggressive moves are the ones that are doing like an immediately that move. Not a move where you see like, hey, not a move where you see like, this is that aggressive move to the downside, that's perfect, but then you have like, oh, wicks, so that looks completely different. And from the way I've been trading, I see for myself at least that I'm more profitable when I don't have these uncertainties, or when you see these ugly wicks. Sorry for my thing. So watch this. Yeah, I did have ADCHF. That's really reacted from an extreme right there. But I don't see a decent entry. I prefer AUD USD based on what I see over here. So we could come up to 6912, 19 pips. And if you take out this, it's 80, so that's about a 1 to 4. There's a potential for this to drop as well, especially because it came to daily imbalance zone, a bigger daily imbalance zone right there even. There we go. Wick to wick dropped. We never broke above these wicks anymore. So right now I'll sit this one up, because when I'm looking to the different time frames, you see I have to click a lot of time frames before my eye catches something clean on it. CJ recovered. Eurochef from yesterday's session. I said to my students, to our students, that I'm taking it off. I'm closing it when we were around my entry area, so I really don't like it. And I also said immediately on the call that this was an aggressive move, because this was a 4-hour imbalance fill, so it could just play the other way around. Euro pound, yeah, will be on the watch list, of course. Euro yen we covered. Euro NZD I can delete it because it's on my main list. GA can delete it. GU can be deleted as well. NZD CHF, for real. This was a daily zone, then this 4-hour got deleted, but right now I'm waiting to see if I can see more bullish price action on NZD CHF, and then I'll look for a shorting opportunity. It's like too close to the price already. Yeah, I don't like the wicks because of what happens when these. I prefer the cleanest setups. NJ doing the same. We didn't come to 82.33.50, which I was pointing out. That was the same 2-hour order block than we had on AJ. Right now there could be a potential to go short from this zone, but that's like every single yen pair has this. If I just go to the yens, see AJ, CJ, Chef yen, Euro yen, Pound yen, these are the NZD JPY, USD JPY, so you see they're all doing pretty much the same thing. And I'm in AJ shorts, so why would I try to take another yen pair short? But I do like on AJ the 85.777 or 75, something like that. Let me just have a check. We were at the watch list. Euro USD, my favorite, especially for you, Dania. I don't hate, but we're not vibing Euro USD and myself. Especially because I missed my limit and I missed my other limit, and then she's like, she's doing it again. And right now, there is a potential for it to come back up to 16.45, but I'm not really liking. We do see some equal lows, fairly equal lows. We could see, where's the daily? I like this daily candle, to be honest, at around 15.53, but then again that's a long way to go, and there could be something in this zone, so let me just see if there's something in that zone. 3-hour, 2-hour, this 2-hour candle, 1 hour, same 1-hour candle, sorry for that, same 1-hour candle, approximately 45 minute extreme at 16.52. But I have to be honest, when I trade Euro USD, or I delete my limit and it works out, or I'm wrong, or she leaves without me usually. So don't take my word for it, never take anybody's word for it, but we do see, this is like an extremely big zone as well. Oh, 19. So in this 2-hour candle and in this week there's still a 30-minute potential. That could definitely be still a nice risk to reward though. So what I personally would like, if I would trade it, let me just have a look. 30-minute, 45-minute, or the same, and it's a bigger. Okay. Look, there's a possibility that we're just going to reach 1646. So this is like, oh sorry, this is like a 45 and a 30-minute roadblock. I'm just going to leave it there just to see what it would have done if it came there. When was this? Let me just have a look. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't like this on a Monday, though. But hey, I'm not a USD expert or anything, especially not. So let me just NJ we covered. Chef. What is? Oh yeah, ugly. Ah yeah. Sorry. Chef did react from this 1 hour zone right there. This 1 hour imbalance fill. And then drop it. Right now it's just being like really ugly, to be honest. Maybe we go long from this zone, maybe we don't, but I'm not interested in Chef anymore, so I can delete it. When it hit a daily previous candle to fill your zone, you prefer it touched the wick or the closure of the candle? It all depends on the reaction that we're getting from it. If it touches the wick and fills the imbalance and we're getting a nice bullish reaction from it, or a better, let's say a bullish reaction, because let's say it's a bullish setup, then I'll take that bullish setup. If it comes to the open and it gives me a bullish reaction, then I'll take that setup. But I don't trade. My trades are based on not on the daily not on the daily price action closures. But I do like what the daily happens, and then I'll look at the smaller time frames to see whether I can get a decent break of structure or not for the trade to get in. So yeah, anybody, that's actually everything that I have marked up at the moment or waiting on. Yeah, these are active, so it's all good. So are there any more questions at this moment? I'll give it a few, maybe a minute or so. I don't know how long it takes. The delay is over there. But I'll drink a little bit and I'll keep talking to myself. Yeah, my confirmations on the smaller time frames are more important. But on a small time frame, if we're coming from a daily, I'm not looking at a 5-minute time frame, for example. So if I'm coming from a daily, I do want to see some price action on the hourly time frames, not on the 5 minutes, for example, or the 1 minute time frames. And I know that it starts with the 1 minute. But yeah, what do you correlate to the days? I prefer my setups for the longer run, at least, to occur on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. For me personally, I don't think that the Mondays are usually not the high or low of the week, except. Cat, this was the 18th of October, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was on a Monday. I can't see it like that. October 18. Yeah, that was on a Monday. So it does happen sometimes, I just don't prefer it. So it's just based on preferences. I don't like this one. Yeah, so that's it. How do you stay disciplined when trading and backtesting and boring real quick? I don't know why. You have a time period for your backtest. To be honest, I don't backtest, Ben, because in my opinion, backtesting is very easy. We always know what happened, always. So if I would backtest 80 Canadian, I already know that the price is up here, so I already know that I would look for buy opportunities. I prefer to foretest, which means like doing your analysis, taking the trades, and yeah, getting clapped as well. But you can do that, definitely do that on a demo account, but treat that demo account like it was real. Write down every single thing write down every single reason why you want to enter a trade. And if you're a complete beginner or completely new to the concept, then backtesting is good because you have to train your eyes to see what's happening in the markets. But if you know your concepts and you know what to look out for, I personally prefer to foretest to write down every single reason why I wanted to enter the trade, and then take that trade. Even if it's on a demo account, take the trade, but feel as if it's real. Look, you have to have that feeling like it's a real trade, it's a real account, it's your real money, it's a real challenge, it's real, it's real, it's real. Because on demo it won't hurt your feelings. But if you keep in mind that that demo, for example, you're going to use that for your real account, or you're going to use that for a track record, for example, to get into a company, let's say something, then your emotions are getting more real, because you know there's something involved to that demo account, there's something happening with that demo account. It's not just monopoly money, it's not just fake money, it's like set a goal on that, work towards this goal, and reward yourself when you get that goal, and don't give yourself a penalty, for example, if you're doing something wrong, or if you're not treating it as it's real. That helped me way more than weeks of backtesting, for example, because we know where the market is. If you know your pairs, you know where your markets are. Oh yeah, let me look at GBPSR from yesterday, just for fun. For Nick, this one was for you. You would have been clapped. I said yesterday that he said look at GBPSR, and I said yeah, let's just put a short on it and let's not watch it anymore, and we will see tomorrow what happens. So definitely now he knows, yeah, or he can watch the recording. So yeah, I think it's about time to wrap it up. You guys know what I'm waiting for. I only have set 80 USD at this moment, and if we're going to first break structure to the downside, then we'll see where it goes. But I keep in mind that it's not that it's like my really I like setup, because I'm already in 80 JPY short, so I can be very selective on the trades, and I'm still holding portions of the other trades. So yeah, thank you everyone for being on. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to drop them under the YouTube. It will be uploaded. I hope it will remain on YouTube, because I think in the beginning I didn't use royalty-free music, so maybe YouTube takes it off. But we'll see if it takes it off or not. And then yeah, we'll see each other on next week's call. So again, thanks everyone for being on, and have a blessed day, have a good trading week. Be patient, patience. Don't try to flip accounts. That's at least my opinion. I don't try to flip my account. I'll be happy with maybe 5% on a monthly basis, 5-6% net profit on a monthly basis. Way more than enough, at least for me personally.